Hey, it's Colleen.
Hi, it's Kate.
And it's Megan.
And we're the
Three Scheme Queens. Join us as we discuss popular hoaxes and give you our comedic take on what is fact and what is fiction. If you have a sense of humor and an open mind, come take this journey with us.
We'll tell you what we think, and we'll try to prove it to you.
Is this thing on?
Hey, guys.
Hey guys.
Hey, foil heads, what's up?
Hey crinkle tinfoil heads.
How you guys doing?
What's poppin'?
I just had the wildest day at work. It was absolutely wild. And you know what? I got to Megan's house and I just wanted to sit in the nice AC. And I got in and I come in, I'm like, you gotta turn down the air. And she's like, it's broken.
We
So-
didn't want to warn her because we thought she wouldn't come over.
Yeah.
Like, opened every window and turned every fan on.
I said get some ice packs ready.
Yeah.
And then immediately I was like, do you have any ice packs?
I was like, how'd I know?
Well, last week we talked about Scientology, and we
Oh.
got a lot of messages about Colleen, about her alien obsession, about her lobotomy obsession.
Lobotomize.
My sister-in-law messaged me and said, how much money do we need to collect to send Colleen in undercover to investigate Scientology? And Kate and I both decided
Don't do that.
can't do it.
No, we definitely
I'll fall for it.
Yeah.
I'm too moldable.
And she's also too nice to say no.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm way too nice.
I signed the, what is it, the billion-year contract? Where do I sign?
Yeah. I'm like, no problem.
What's a billion years? I'm gonna be out of here by 65 anyway.
Easy clap. Yeah.
All right. We should give a little shout out to Tracy, who commented. She wanted to let us know that she is responsible for introducing Mermaid Girl and Birdman to Mountain Monsters.
Oh yeah.
And Tracy, how much do we appreciate Tracy for
Yeah,
that?
Tracy,
Yeah.
you are really
That
Life-
show.
that's the MVP move right there.
Life changing.
Yeah.
I've been telling everybody about it, but I also I think I've changed the title of it every time
Yeah, I
I've
can't
shared.
ever remember. it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Mountain
Mountain
Mashers. Yeah. I'm like,
but high
Monster
quality
Chaser.
television. If anyone's looking for some brainless TV.
It's so good.
it's so funny.
So just a reminder, guys, don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at 3 Scheme Queens, the number 3 Scheme Queens, all one word. If you want to check out our website, go to 3schemequeens.com and you can find links to our social media accounts, our Buzzsprout page, all of our episodes, additional content, and our contact page. Let us know how we're doing and what you want to hear next. There's also opportunities to financially support us. There are links to buy us a cup of coffee, links to our merch store. Guys,
We have an update.
there is some new merch up.
We updated the logo on the merch.
There's-
So if you were upset with the sizing of the triangle,
Yeah.
the triangle has increased
There's also some other
and other things. Yeah.
So anyway, check out the merch store.
Yeah.
And as always, if you choose not to financially support us, we appreciate the follows, the downloads, listens, the likes. Also, when you go to www.3schemequeens.com, you can find our brand new discussion board.
Discussion board.
Yes. We have a board for each episode. You can all feel free to kind of join us in posting updates or just engage in the conversation. And of course, we're still on Reddit, so look for us there. After this episode, what should the people do, Kate?
The people, yeah, they should scroll on down, leave us a 5-star review, share us with your friends and family, leave us a comment, send us an email. Maybe Colleen will read it in a funny accent.
And if you request one, I'll try my best.
Yeah. And also, you could also go to the message board and tell us what you think. What are your theories on these theories?
So is it time for our
Drink check.
Today we are drinking Illuminatis.
Oh,
These are cocktails from the Baltimore restaurant XS Sushi, which unfortunately appears to no longer be in operation.
oh.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not drinking this because I'm not a gin girl, as you know. But it's pretty much just like a fun, refreshing gin and tonic. Right?
It is very refreshing.
It's good.
What's the extra flavor?
So it's 3 parts gin to 1 part Contro, and then you do a little splash lemonade. So probably like the orange of the Contro and the lemonade is what you're tasting.
Oh, yeah, it's very refreshing.
And then you fill the rest up with tonic to taste.
My mother would like this a lot.
Yeah.
This is like really dangerous. You can't really taste.
I wouldn't say it doesn't taste like alcohol.
No.
It doesn't taste like a Christmas tree?
No, it
No,
doesn't
it
taste
tastes
ginny.
good, although-
I like the flavor of gin though.
Yeah, me too.
Really tastes it.
Mhm.
That's like a
Yeah.
nice summer drink.
It's
It's
very
good,
subtle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would also like to tell you guys that Tay, reputation Taylor Swift is in my drink.
I've got lover.
And yeah, Colleen, I had Lover at first, and Colleen was like, "Oh, look, I have Reputation." And I just looked at her, and
She ripped down my drink.
she was like, "You want it?" I was like, "I do."
Yeah. Did we say like stir sticks to be clear when
Yeah.
you're like Taylor is in my drink?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, do you
funny
know
that
her?
Taylor's in the drink. Yeah.
Um
Just gonna write a song about it.
also I filled these cups all the way up with ice.
Yeah.
It's already melted because my house is 80 degrees.
I'm just like spreading out as much as I can to get as much
Look at
air.
us.
I grew up without an AC though, so this just feels like home.
Yeah, but that was in New England where
Yeah.
it was a fucking.
Where it gets cold at night in the summer. Yeah.
So in case you didn't gather from our drink today, we are talking about
Illuminati.
that's right, the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
The eye, the ever-seeing eye.
This is part 2 of Colleen's secret society.
Secret society, but it's
Organization.
Megan's doing this one. But like thinking of Illuminati, I'm just now like connecting it to the eye in Lord of the Rings. Do you think Lord of the Rings is connected to the Illuminati?
I did a little research on the history of the Illuminati, and then kind of like we did for Freemasons, Colleen will bring
It's just movie references.
her
Right.
opinions.
She'll bring the lizards.
Yeah.
So the Illuminati was a Bavarian secret society founded in 1776 with close ties to the Freemasons. The society, founded by a law professor, sought to promote enlightenment and favored separation of church and state. The group was disbanded less than a decade after its formation by royal and church edict. But did it really disperse? Today, many conspiracy theorists claim that the Illuminati is a secret society that continues to exist and exert control over world events. They are often depicted as a small, powerful elite manipulating governments, economies, and the media. Theories often associate the Illuminati with various symbols and claim their influence extends into popular culture, politics, and financial systems. If you believe these theories, then this elite group has planted agents in governments and corporations in order to influence and establish a new world order.
Oh.
So, guys, what do you think?
I think it's real. I have a hard time differentiating like the societies because I feel like they're all intermingled.
Oh, for sure. There's all the elites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll talk, I mean, for sure, I'll talk a bit about how like the Freemasons and Illuminati kind
Yes.
of like go together.
But like New World Order and Illuminati are like one and the same, I felt like.
I thought the New World Order was just like the plan, maybe that like.
Yes. Yeah, that's the end goal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so I don't really buy it, guys, but let me tell you what I learned.
They have to be real, Megan.
I feel like they could be real. That's how I feel.
Okay.
I think they exist.
Yeah. I feel like, why not?
Yeah. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
So the term Illuminati refers to groups that are believed to possess secret knowledge and influence global affairs.
Isn't the Illuminati like somehow paired with the devil? Like, isn't that a
Yeah,
thing?
I'm trying. Well, a lot of these symbols for the like
Or
the
like-
666 and stuff, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a sign of the Illuminati, and I'm like, but isn't that a sign of the devil?
It's,
So
like,
are we just calling
interconnected.
them one and the same?
Like what I've
Ooh.
heard is the Illuminati is like they've all sold their souls to the devil.
Because they're illuminated, right?
They're-
Like
isn't that the argument too? They're saying all these celebrities, which we'll talk about, who are allegedly in the Illuminati, pretty much, yeah, to like sell their souls to the devil in order to like become famous.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Interesting.
Taylor Swift's not part of the.
Actually, I did
Right.
not see her name anywhere on the
Good.
people who, and I was
Good.
like, yeah, because
She works hard.
yeah,
She works
She
for her
did
money.
not sell herself.
she's been hustling for
There's no E
She's
sound in her name.
afraid of little old Tay.
yeah,
you
and
know?
she's been hustling for 18 years.
Yeah.
you know.
You should be.
Okay, the term Illuminati refers to groups that are believed to possess secret knowledge and influence global affairs. There were Illuminati cults back in the 1500s in the Middle East, Spain, and France, but the most well-known historical Illuminati group was the Bavarian Illuminati, founded on May 1st, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt.
What the heck is that?
Well, let me tell you. He was a professor of canon law and practical philosophy in Bavaria, Germany.
I've never heard of his name ever.
Well, because I think he was very short-lived.
Oh.
This group sought to promote Enlightenment ideals, including reason, secularism, and equality. They opposed religious and state oppression and aimed to influence political decisions secretly. Weishaupt aimed to abolish all religions and obliterate, by the way,
Harry Potter.
I read a couple chapters of Harry Potter and I told you this, didn't I?
With Vanessa.
Yeah, and he does the obliterate spell and I was like, I know, I get it.
Obliviate.
Fucking obliviate. Okay. So he wanted to abolish all religions and obliterate every government so mankind could live happily in a world of equality.
Interesting.
Yeah, anarchy. It sounds like
A purge.
what the people want
Yeah.
right now.
Listen, Kate's already heard this, but there was an Instagram meme, which means it's fact. I did not fact check this, but it said the average empire lasts 250 years.
Jesus.
Do you know how long we've been a country?
Almost that.
248 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be China's the next empire. And you know what? I blame TikTok.
You blame TikTok?
I do blame TikTok, and I will tell you why.
They have changed. It has changed.
China literally, I've told you this. China literally controls the algorithm of what people see.
Oh, yeah.
And so they there's a generation of people right now who are they're like, America's the worst because all they see on their algorithms
China wants them to see.
is what China wants them to see. How do you defeat a country
Right.
within? I'm telling
TikTok.
you.
No.
TikTok is
Guys,
that's what
TikTok.
TikTok, literally TikTok. Yeah.
That should be an episode.
yeah.
It is going to be enough. It is actually I'm pretty sure New York Times did an article about it.
Yeah.
We have July and August. We have the season coming, which I referenced previously.
Yes.
Season.
Sun. And then after that, you're going to be getting a whole lot more Kate, guys. She's going to have so much more free time.
Yeah.
She's got a whole list of
Who's
Conspiracies.
afraid of little old
to
me?
teach us about.
You should be.
So back to the story.
Okay.
So I was telling you about Weishaupt.
Dropped.
Weishaupt. He called himself Spartacus, and the ruling
Right.
council of the Illuminati was known as the Areopagus. So Baron Adolf Kanika. I
These
did a lot of-
names are
I did all these
brutal.
phonetic spelling.
Yeah,
Thank you.
these are brutal names.
Baron. So yeah, I know I mispronounce things a lot, guys. I try. Don't come for me. Baron Adolf Kanika was both a member of Areopagus and the Freemasons, and he was a heavy recruiter for the Illuminati. He foresaw the economy operated under a communism of goods structure overseen by an enlightened or illuminated elite over which he presided. There were 3 levels: novice, Minerval, and illuminated Minerval.
Oh.
When you reached Minerval, there was a complicated ceremony in which you were given all of the secret codes. So is this sounding very familiar?
It's like the Freemasons.
Various levels we have to go through, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Giving Scientology too.
yeah. Christians of good character were actively sought, with Jews and pagans specifically excluded, along with women, monks, and members of other secret societies. Sort of. Not members of the Freemasons. They recruited heavily from the Freemasons. When
Oh,
the favored candidates were rich, docile, willing to learn, and aged 18 to 30.
docile.
Interesting.
Also, Kate and I would already be excluded. 18 to 30. We're already too old.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the docile part. I am not docile.
They would also
I'm like,
docile.
I'd probably get included. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They'd get me.
Yeah.
So you could be an atheist here, whereas you couldn't be an atheist in the Freemasons. I
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
that.
because the atheists don't believe in any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By 1784, there were 600 members. I guess Weishaupt, actually, he joined the Freemasons. So there's a lot of things out there about, like, he was actually a Freemason and he branched off and joined the Illuminati, or created the Illuminati. But really, it sounds like he formed the Illuminati and then he decided to go join the Freemasons. So he forms the Illuminati with his 4 law students. And then he's like, man, we need some ideas for like how to recruit, how are we going to get people, what kind of ceremonies we're going to do. And so he decides to become a Freemason so that he can pretty much just like model his organization using these Freemason aspects.
Oh.
And so he
Interesting.
incorporated a lot of Masonic rituals, and he recruited right from the Masonic ranks.
Okay.
It sounds like he didn't make it very high in Freemasonry. So people are like, he probably didn't even really know most of the secret things that the Freemasons know.
He doesn't even sit here.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not cool enough.
Yeah.
He doesn't go here.
Okay, so this is the thing though about how they kind of came to be like. So he creates this little club. He becomes a Freemason. He's like recruiting from the Freemasons, and they have all of the same kind of ceremonies.
Mhm.
And then they actually started sort of as a chapter of Freemasons. So they went ahead and applied for their own lodge. And then it's like they just kind of eased into it. They apply for their own lodge, and then they like have this lodge, and then they sort of become this like independent group separate from the Freemasons. So anyway, the Illuminati, along with Freemasonry and all the other secret societies, were outlawed through the Edict of Charles Theodore, the Elector of Bavaria, with the encouragement of the Catholic Church in 1785. And so he was forced to exile. So really, 1776 to 1785, the Illuminati only existed for 9 years. Okay.
But the conspiracies that it's
Well, this is fact.
okay.
So the theory is like, okay, because Freemasonry was outlawed, as was like, you know, the Illuminati. Freemasonry survived, right? They just like
But
went
the
underground.
Illuminati.
So the theory is, so a lot of people are like, well, the Illuminati was a very young organization. It sounds like kind of an imitation of Freemasonry, if
Right.
you will. And so people don't really think it survived. They think, again, he had to, Weishaupt was exiled. He fled. So if you believe the Illuminati is real, then you would believe that the Illuminati hid out with the Freemasons and like kept things going undercover. If you believe that this was the end of the Illuminati, as is like the official story, then it's like, yeah, they were just like too weak to maintain, and the church and the king were like, you're done, and they were like, okay, and then that was it. Okay.
I think they went underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We previously discussed how the Freemasons were responsible for the Revolutionary War, which is fact. We know that, right? We talked.
Yeah.
That was kind of
Yeah.
interesting, I thought.
The red coats are coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And there is proof in like the Freemason records of that.
George Washington.
Yeah. Like, well, if you haven't heard the Freemason episode,
Paul Revere.
go back and listen,
Yeah.
guys. Well, there's kind of a similar story about the Illuminati. This theory is going into what happened to them. The Illuminati may have continued underground and actually was responsible for the French Revolution, as their initial goal was to oppose like monarchical control. And again, they were known to meet in secret. So people were like, so who's to say they didn't just keep meeting in secret, right?
Right.
The French Revolution was heavily influenced by Enlightenment thought, making it plausible to some that the Illuminati could have played a role. In fact, Jefferson himself, speaking of Jefferson, Kate,
Jefferson.
cited
Like Thomas.
Weishaupt. Yes, Thomas Jefferson himself.
Wasn't he like our third president?
Yeah, that sounds right. Wasn't it like?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was Washington, Adams, and then Jefferson. Let me
Yeah.
fact check that.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison?
There's a song, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is. If only Bourbon Boy was here.
Yeah.
George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison.
Ooh,
AP US History.
I hated that class.
I did not take APS.
Okay.
No,
I
no.
took it.
The last time
Oh.
I took a history class was when I was a junior in high school.
I hated A push.
You didn't have to take a.
I took music history and that counted.
Are you
At
kidding
Clemson.
me?
That just says what kind of school Clemson is, because at the University of South Carolina,
You had to take Western Civ?
no, I took US history.
You didn't
Okay.
take history in college?
You had to take music history? You guys had to take history?
I had to take like a theology course, and that was it. Everything else.
It really tracks, actually. None of us are strong historians, but it kind of tracks to me that Colleen never took a history class after
I didn't have to.
school.
They didn't have to. You had to take 2 philosophies, 2 theologies, 1 humanities.
So what I'm hearing is that while people out in the world might think that University of South Carolina is
I
the,
don't think HISTOry's a
is the
required
lowest
course.
quality of the three of our colleges,
It's Catholic U.
respectable right now.
But
Excuse
history's
me.
not a common required class, guys.
Yes, it is. It's like
like basic.
everybody needs a
That's like,
history.
no matter what your major is, you have to do like your first year of like general studies and like
We did philosophy and
History.
theology. Yeah, I think. When were you guys in college?
I'm not afraid to tell you. I went 2006 through 2010.
Yeah, there you go.
Go Tigers. Woo.
That was in middle school.
Megan's afraid to tell you.
no, even though
Moves on.
Kate and I are pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
I was in school 2004 2008. Go Gamecocks.
Megan and I are rivals.
I was in elementary and middle school.
It's too bad we didn't know each other.
That's when it gets weird when I think about that.
It's too bad that we didn't know each other then, because that could have been some good, fun rivalry.
I know that would have been.
You guys would have rallied.
We would have had fun going back and forth.
Yeah, you should come. You should have come and seen like
Oh my
the
God.
tiger burn.
Oh, you guys could have come and seen the chickens, the rubber chickens with their heads cut off all over campus.
Oh my God. I went to Catholic University. We saw the
Everybody,
Pope.
you did it.
I did it.
She was just bitching she couldn't get her Uber Eats.
Yeah, I had no
I'm
idea.
like, you had Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Okay, back on track. So yes, Thomas Jefferson, he himself said like Weishaupt was an inspiration for the American Revolution. In the late 18th century, critics of Enlightenment, such as religious conservatives and reactionary political figures, often claimed that the Illuminati had infiltrated Freemasonry to further their subversive goals. There were some publications that argued that the Illuminati had continued to operate clandestinely and had embedded themselves within Masonic lodges to overthrow monarchies and religious institutions. So they argue the Illuminati survived having infiltrated a Berlin literary society and Masonic lodges. They point out that Weishaupt was banished but not imprisoned, so he could have carried on writing, which
He
kind of gives me
definitely
vibes like the
Hitler vibes.
well, I was thinking like FLDS vibes, how like their leader is in
Oh.
prison, but he's like continuing to rule.
Yeah.
So these conservative authors of the time wrote the Illuminati survived and was responsible for the revolution. So if you believe that the Illuminati, a much smaller, less organized group than the Freemasons, survived the ban by hiding out with the Freemasons, then it is possible that this secret society still exists today.
I believe it.
I believe it.
So that's kind of the fact.
1,000%.
That is like true history. That is like the proof we have of the Illuminati. Okay.
Okay.
Everything after 1785 is all like conjecture and theories, right?
How do we know this is all proof? We just have papers of this all? We have this just like documented?
Yeah, but they don't have documents as well. Like the Freemasons were much better
Yeah, I was going to say.
recorders. But yeah, they're like the Illuminati existed 1776, 1785. Then there was a ban and they had to disperse.
So 1789, you said?
1785.
1785. That's so long ago.
But I will share with you the pop culture references that I did find. Okay. So U.S. President Joe Biden fanned the flames of the conspiracy in 2022 when he referred to a coming, quote, New World Order in the wake of the Ukraine crisis, though after they claimed that he was just referring to like shifting geopolitical relations. And then Donald Trump has been accused of being a member of the Illuminati because so pretty much all the people who get accused of being Illuminati are people who have made hand gestures, right? Like,
Okay.
like just like, and so
It's all the triangle.
yeah, or like whatever. So Donald Trump has this like does like a 3-finger logo, which apparently makes some people think he's the Illuminati.
3 points.
And then Beyonce and Jay-Z. As we said, Jay-Z was a Freemason. He has been accused of hiding imagery in his videos, and his music label logo is a pyramid, although both have publicly denied it. What did we learn today?
Of course they would.
What did we learn today, though, about?
Oh, the not E's.
Yeah.
So not E. There seems to be a correlation with the E sound.
Yes.
Like Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Jay-Z,
Yeezy.
Yeezy. There's more.
Yeah. Also, just to clarify, guys, this is like a farcical
That was from a YouTube video.
YouTube video that we'll post. It was like a joke, but it
A
does
very
kind of
blatant joke.
but it does
Yeah.
make you're like, oh, this is funny, but also, wait, is it real? Speaking of E, though, Rihanna
Oh
is
yeah.
apparently in the Illuminati. Also, I think we said she was like in the female branch of the Freemasons, and she allegedly incorporates imagery in her videos, and she
Creepy.
even had a newspaper with a fake headline, "Princess of Illuminati," in one of her music videos. David Rockefeller. There's this theory.
David.
Rockefeller.
Yeah.
There is this theory that there are 13 families that own 99% of the world's wealth. And one of those 13 families,
Taylor Swift.
maybe it's 14 families now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the number 13. One of those families is the Rockefellers. And David
Right, that
Rockefeller, was Rockefeller on the Titanic?
Rockefeller is one of the people that was on the Titanic, and he was one of the ones that started the Federal Reserve. And
There's a huge
there's
conspiracy.
a
with
whole
Federal
conspiracy
Reserve.
about that I 100% believe.
Kate's
Yeah.
going to bring that to us in a couple months.
Yeah, get ready for that one.
Yeah. So I'm not talking about him, though. I'm talking about his grandson.
Okay.
And he was known for his foreign political connections, for secret business dealings, and for his fortune of $3.3 billion at the time of his death in 2017.
Jesus.
So people are like, he had money, he had power. Sounds like an Illuminati member. Henry Kissinger, who was the U.S. Secretary of State, he had top secret business dealings with Rockefeller, which came to light in 2016 by WikiLeaks. And he's believed to be a member of the Illuminati's inner circle. Queen Elizabeth Colleen, you were going to love this. Are you ready?
Like the queen who just passed?
Yeah. There's this former BBC presenter who was like an open conspiracy theorist, and he shared this theory that many believe in which all of the royal families in the world are part of the Illuminati. They all became royals because their human ancestors. Here we go.
Yeah.
Colleen is nodding aggressively, and she hasn't even heard this next part.
She was
Do
correct.
you know how they all became royals?
No.
Because their ancestors mated with reptilian aliens.
What?
And that's why they need clean bloodlines.
No.
Yes.
Shut
So he
up.
claims that he's talked to people who have seen people in power change into reptiles and back again.
What?
This is like a next level theory. But
Real.
but-
Humanoid reptilians. Humanzoid.
Humanzoid.
Yeah.
but there are theories online that Queen Elizabeth
Lizard.
II, who just died,
Lizard.
ran a cloning center where she replicates celebrity to help create the New World Order. All of this is run out of Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. She was too old, guys. Did you like she's been alive. She RIP was alive for so long.
She was alive for a long time.
like
She was born in 1926,
right.
died in 2022,
Right.
the ripe old age of
98,
not 98,
94,
93.
96.
We all just
We all got
naming
there.
numbers. This is what freaks me out is that like her mom was like alive in the 1800s. Like there's like not that many like ancestors between her and like that long ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then think
Yeah,
about her mom. Mom
Revolution.
was probably alive in the 1700s.
And you know, as I'm saying,
And you know what
this,
happened in the 1700s?
A revolution.
The
Revelation. I'm talking revolution.
yes, that and the Illuminatis.
Oh my God. But you know what? As I'm saying this,
Yeah.
my Nana, she's 90 something, 92, 93. Her mom was also probably alive in the
She saw the
1800s.
Spanish. She saw the Spanish flu.
My Nana was born in the 1930s.
Oh,
So what was, and her mom was an old mom.
The Spanish flu was in the 20s.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
her
she was
mom
born
lived through
during
it.
the
Yeah.
Depression.
So I'm like, there's not, I'm talking about the queen, but I can say the same thing about my own grandmother.
So you think that all of the royals mated with reptile humanzoids, and
And then they practice
No.
like
but like
I think
what,
that's a stretch.
I want
think,
to know what constitutes a clean bloodline.
I don't think guys,
became royals.
Kate wasn't royal.
no, she has royal blood. She does.
She
She's
does.
not a true commoner. She has some connections.
Oh,
I mean, same with Princess Diana.
what about Meghan Markle? Is that why?
Well, that's why
She was
something
kicked
falls
out?
That's
apart.
why they don't like her. She's also black.
okay, I
Also,
disagree with
she
that.
is a terrible human being.
Yeah. But
Yeah, she's not. We are not. You're Team Meghan, but we are not.
We're
I'm
not-
very team Meghan.
He made Kate Middleton cry, and you don't fuck with Kate Middleton.
No,
Okay.
we love Kate Middleton.
Kate can do no
Stan
wrong.
Kate Middleton.
I think the newest video is also AI, guys.
I do too. I was gonna say that.
I think
I don't think she's well.
I think she's
Well, she has-
probably dead or something like
She has
that. Like
no
it's all AI.
she has no appointments through the year.
It's
like,
all AI.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that too
Yeah.
because I definitely think it's AI.
But anyways,
People have run it through the computers.
yeah, it looks like AI.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
she's
The
probably not well.
royals are so poorly functioning. They will do anything to keep an image, even kill Diana.
Well, I don't believe that.
You don't?
I voted already on the Diana episode that it was just a tragedy.
However, okay, let me get back to the reptilian
Okay.
point
all
I've
right.
been trying to say since
Okay.
before I mentioned the name Megan.
It was a trigger for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I truly don't think they're reptilians. Okay, I don't think that, but I do think there is an obsession with clean blood and a certain image,
Mhm.
and I think they track family lines obsessively, and I think that's been misinterpreted to be like, oh yeah, they're so clean, they're reptiles. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, mhm, mhm.
that was my point that I was trying to say.
That's valid.
I just have a couple more people here that are allegedly
I believe that Beyonce and Jay-Z are the
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Katy Perry, and I don't buy that because I think she's like, I mean, what is Katy Perry?
She
sound
would
like?
join a cult though. She was
Yeah.
already in a cult, right?
No, her parents. She grew up in a really religious
Yeah, but
house.
wasn't it like a cult religion though?
I don't think so. I
It
think
was
her
like-
dad was just a preacher.
Her dad was an evangelical
Mm.
Christian pastor.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Katy Perry is not famous enough to be the Illuminati, if you ask me. She did say quote, I guess you've kind of made it when they think you're the Illuminati. Like she's kind of like, this is a compliment. They think the Beatles were, I guess you could.
Oh,
a
I
lot of
could
power.
see that.
Again, this all comes from like what people.
And is that why John Lennon was shot?
Well, and then, don't they say the Paul McCartney that is still performing is not?
Yeah, there's
Just
something.
like-
There's I don't know the whole story, but I do
Frozen.
know it's like the idea that he is not real. It's like,
Yeah.
have you heard the theory that like Biden is not president? It's his brother. Same idea.
But all the Beatles stuff, I mean, they are powerful and they are rich, but
I love the Beatles.
So do we think the
but
Illuminati?
it's all based on like, hey, again, I think a lot of this comes from these people who were theorized. It's like because they make like a triangle with their like, I feel like they just like make a hand gesture and then everyone's like, up, it's
Well,
Illuminati.
I would not be surprised if there was like a secret club for these rich people. Like it's giving gold like country club vibes, but for like super famous performers. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Do I think it's the Illuminati? I don't know.
Well, here's
I don't know.
let me just quickly. I'm just going to give you a one-liner here from Wikipedia about the Paul is dead conspiracy theory.
Right.
So they claim that McCartney died in a car crash, and to spare the public from grief, the surviving Beatles, aided by Britain's MI5, replaced him with a McCartney lookalike, subsequently communicating the secret through subtle details of their albums.
Oh,
And so I guess, like Taylor Swift, they just hide some.
oh my gosh! Should
secret
we do
messages.
this theory? I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
We should do it.
Otherwise, we have again Kim, who she kind of like leans into and perpetuates because why would she miss an opportunity to like get a little publicity, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She actually did like an Illuminati design on her Instagram grid one time just to like feed into it. Kanye, we talked about Lindsay Lohan. I feel like what has Lindsay Lohan done lately? I mean, we love her and she's kind of
not in it
I don't
anymore.
think
There's
she's
no
not
way.
anymore.
They kicked her out.
You said she's not in it anymore.
There's
like,
no way.
At one point.
Probably. She was pretty like peak. You know what I mean? Then she got into drug. Maybe it's a drug scandal.
Like Mean Girls. She was peak at Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get her confused with Amanda Bynes.
And then LeBron James is considered to potentially be a member
LeBron James.
because he's rich and he's Jay-Z's buddy. And then Michael Jackson, people think that the propofol death was really to cover up the fact that he was exposing too much.
Whoa. So these are all like famous people, but these are all like performers.
Well, that's
That's the whole point.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
So they think-
it's all like influential performers.
What I said in the
or,
summary
like-
is that they think they exist in all places. There's people like a lot of the high financial
Yeah.
political people, and then the media. They think that all of Hollywood is like run by the Illuminati.
Like,
I
I feel like it's got.
Believe it.
We did watch a funny YouTube video, but there was a little part of it that I really do believe. Like, Apple has to be a part of it. All the eyes,
Yeah,
iPhone,
we're gonna post the brief
iPod.
video on Instagram. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Why else would it be called I?
I'm sure there is a reason if you look it up. I don't want to do that. I want to believe they were part of the Illuminati.
It's literally an apple. Where do you get the I from?
Well, if you watch the video, it has something to do with like teachers. What's a symbol you think of a teacher? Apple. You turn the Apple logo on its side. The stem of the apple is a shape of an eye. It's the eye, the center of the Illuminati.
Again, to be clear, guys, this was a joke video that we do not.
She just turned her phone to look at it. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It is an I.
Yeah. They're watching.
And they're always listening.
They are.
I believe it.
Illuminati.
I'm about to get rid of
Like
my phone.
that's what I would believe the Illuminati to do, to get into like tech, like iPhones, like handheld things we use
Bill Gates.
constantly. Yeah.
People think
It's
Bill
gotta be
Gates is part of
Illuminati.
New World Order.
Because
Lizards.
again, I think it's just anyone who's got
Humanoid,
money and
reptilian.
influence. They think.
Oh, Bill Gates is a Mason, right? Freemason.
That was that he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The only part of the Illuminati that I really truly believe is well documented in one of my most glorious, well loved, very well documented film called National Treasure.
That nonfiction film, yeah.
And I wonder if you have info points regarding the dollar bill. Does it also involve the pyramids with Egypt? A lot of connections to that.
Yeah.
100%. And as we were sitting in this room, I noted symbols that are on your TV.
It's like the rope screensaver.
And I noticed a symbol that made me think to myself, oh my God, they're everywhere.
You just
It's
made up
the
like-
iHeartRadio symbol is an upside down triangle with the letter I in the center of the triangle. It's literally an upside down triangle with the letter iHeartRadio. Is the Illuminati controlling what we listen to?
The
Are they
whole idea
listening
about
right
the
now?
Illuminati
Yeah.
is that it's like
They're influencing.
they're influencing and
Influencers.
trying to control
Yeah.
to take over the world.
Yeah.
And again, it sounds like the symbols that are mentioned, I think a lot of people kind of confuse or conflate Illuminati and Freemason. So it's like they might be like a Freemason logo and like see Illuminati, but it's like really Freemasonry.
Yeah.
Talk about the dollar bill. Why is it
all
on the dollar bill?
all-seeing eye, or the Eye of Providence, is a symbol depicting an eye enclosed in a triangle and surrounded by rays of light. It has been used historically in various cultures and religions to symbolize divine providence. In the context of the United States, the all-seeing eye appears on the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States, which is also found on the $1 bill. That's what you're asking me about, Colleen. So the all-seeing eye became associated with the Illuminati through its presence in Freemasonry. Again, this like the thing is that these symbols are not all Illuminati. They're like Freemason symbols. People are just like, oh, it's the Illuminati. The eye is interpreted by conspiracy theorists as a symbol of Illuminati's purported surveillance
what
and
if-
control over the world.
Wait,
Oh my God.
wait.
Uh-huh.
What if somebody in the Freemasons started this theory to throw us off their scent?
Oh my
Sounding like a real
God.
conspiracy theorist.
What if
Hold
Colleen?
on. I'm with you.
Yeah.
That sounds correct.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that.
Yeah. Somebody was like, hold on, we're New World Order, but like, let's throw them off our scent.
Oh,
Let's talk
my
about the
God.
Illuminati that used to be us.
Mm-hmm.
And the Masons survived.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
I'm
what's
with
happening.
you.
Yeah. That's it.
I think that's my theory.
And then you were talking about how like isn't there a lot with like the devil worship and Illuminati, which I don't really understand, but like they say like, yeah, the number 666, the number of the beast, is considered a symbol of like the symbol of Antichrist and evil, but then they also claim that it's like a symbol of the Illuminati. So apparently the goat is like a symbol, but again, a goat is also supposed to be linked
Oh.
to Satanism, and so it's like again, I don't really understand the correlation.
You mean like
The whole
goat?
idea is that like, if you want to like talk about the religious, I do know the religious idea of it. It's like you have God, and then Satan was an angel who's a fallen angel.
Right.
And he was banished to hell because he wanted to be the same as God or more powerful. And God was like, no. So banishes him to hell. And so Satan's whole purpose and his eternal, life is to make sure that nobody knows God. So like the idea is that these people sell their souls to Satan, and then they become famous and people worship them instead of worshiping God.
Oh.
So that's like the whole idea is like people do worship famous
Beyonce.
people. Yeah. Like, so that's the whole idea of like they sold their souls to Satan. I do know that one.
I will say that so they're saying a lot of these things like the 666, the goat, and like the pentagram. People
Yeah.
are like, oh yeah, which again,
Those are all
Illuminati /
Satan.
Satan
Yeah.
symbols. So there's really, again, all we know is that there was this Bavarian Illuminati that has been verified. We have no evidence of any link to like from these symbols to the Bavarian Illuminati, but somehow this like mythology has just grown and they've become this staple.
Oh.
There's
We
a-
didn't know those symbols were a part of the beginning.
They were not a part of the beginning.
Oh.
There's this alternate perspective that about Discordianism. So Discordianism began in 1965 when Greg Hale and Carrie Thornley, they used a copy machine in a drug lawyer's office to make copies of the Principia Discordia. It claimed that chaos was as important as order. So they like handed out these pamphlets and kind of created this movement, which went on through the 60s and 70s. And then Robert Anton Wilson, who was a Playboy editor, and Robert Shea wrote...
Playboy?
He was an editor for Playboy.
Oh
Playboy's involved in this story.
my God.
I believe that.
So then Robert Anton Wilson, who was a Playboy editor, and Robert Shea wrote a trilogy called Illuminatus. It's linked to on our website. And this was a novel that incorporated many conspiracy theories of the day. And the goal was to spread chaos and misinformation.
Oh.
They attributed a lot of things, like JFK's assassination, to the Illuminati. And they claimed that Adam Weishaupt, that guy who founded the Illuminati,
Right.
assassinated George Washington and assumed his identity. And so really our first president, when
Was
they
Weishaupt?
exiled,
That's not true. I don't believe that.
and then they say, if you believe this, then the portrait of George Washington that we see on the dollar bill is actually Weishaupt's face.
Oh my God.
So they think that the belief in the Illuminati that like people have now can be explained by psychological factors like the human tendency to find patterns and desire to explain complex social phenomena through simpler narratives involving secretive and powerful groups Pop culture references perpetuate the theories. Works such as the Illuminatus trilogy and Dan Brown's Angels and Demons have popularized and fictionalized the idea of powerful secret of Illuminati.
That's what I was just about to say. Angels and Demons.
Yeah.
And the Da Vinci Code movie.
Well, and they say kind of like your reference to
National Treasure.
National Treasure, that because these works have like incorporated, they like mix real historical events with like these fictional ones. It just like blurs the lines between fact and conspiracy, and then it makes people like, to have a hard time differentiating what part of the story is fact and not.
In the Da Vinci Code, it's very heavily like a lot of Catholicism history was mixed in with it.
I think the whole reason too that it was important that guy was a Playboy editor, by the way, is that I think that they like wrote stories in Playboy about like, you know, 'cause Playboy like to write their articles also about like the Illuminati and these conspiracy theories was all like part of his trilogy. And so like this was all like the 60s and 70s, like just all of this information is kind of getting perpetuated. And so that's where they think a lot of today's theories come from.
That makes sense.
Okay. So you guys still believe it?
I believe it I liked Kate's perspective on it being like kind of like created to hide what the Freemasons are actually doing. And I could also see it as like a popularity club for famous people. That's the extent of it from what I can see.
Well, there is something I saw about Kevin Hart and talking to Jay-Z, and they talk like it was captured on video, and they're talking about how like they made it through the first set of doors, but not the second set of doors.
Oh my God.
Like they only made it, and no one knows what they were talking about. People are like, "Oh, it's the Illuminati." Like maybe they made it to like the basic level, but didn't make it higher. You know, I don't know.
Or they made it through the first level of doors of Freemasonry.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's probably more likely. Although I feel like if Jay-Z walked in and was like, "I want to be a Freemason," he'd probably get pushed through the
He'd go up the channels
rapidly.
Yeah. No, I'm team the Illuminati was real in the 1700s, and then the Freemasons and whatever group is actually like part of the New World Order, they're the ones that were like
taking control.
Yeah, it's a red herring, people.
Yeah.
It's not these eyes and everything. That's somebody stirring up chaos, just like the Playboy editor.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I got. I still stand by my initial
You don't think it's real?
No, I don't think that, you know, Katy Perry sold her soul and joined the Illuminati in order to like get a record and fame. I don't buy that.
No.
Yeah. So, all right, that's what we got. Tell us what you guys think.
Read it and weep.
And any other thoughts, guys, before we go?
No.
Illuminati.
All right.
Oh, anybody's got some Illuminati.
Yeah. You stole that from me.
No, you said it first. I was just saying it so people knew what you were saying.
Because often we don't hear Colleen's little
side commentaries
until the editing, and then we're like dying laughing because we missed it in the moment.
We were like, "That's so funny." Colleen or Megan and I are too busy
yapping away,
trying to fight with each other.
Yeah,
or something.
trying to prove our points.
Okay, Kate, tell them one more time what they should do.
Yeah, scroll on down, leave us a 5-star review, leave us a comment, share with your friends and family, share on the gram, share on your Facebook, tweet us out.
Yeah, come back next week where it's not a second part, but it's a pretty good mystery and the Illuminati is involved.
Oh, I love a mystery.
We will see you all.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.